min-max it, I guess. I don't know what the secret is, but it's not just like a free lane. You have to be able to play it right as the Morphling. And you can get outskilled by a good Ember.
Yeah, I think you need to bring regional Morphling, so you will just like... or then you just focus on the denies, if I remember correctly. I definitely have seen Embers do okay in that matchup, and then I still think Morphling should win, and I have had that discussion with different players as well about that matchup.
Yeah.
And I think most of the people say that Morphling should do fine, but definitely Ember, if you played well and the Morphling doesn't necessarily know 100% what he should do, Ember can pull out an upset on the lane and do something that maybe shouldn't happen. So there's a potential, but we will never see that lane in this game.
Yeah.
So
so what an interesting hero here, Axe, going with a red theme for Quincy crew. Haven't seen Axe too much. Fun hero though.
It's a fine hero, and it's also kind of good against their heroes so far. I think it's one of the Lilith's most favorite heroes, so that might be something to it. So far, it's already a nice hero against what they have. So yeah, that's kind of what I see from it. It doesn't appear to me like a best Axe game so far. They still have 3 picks to have for it as well, so they can definitely answer to the hero. But yeah, it's a fine pick. It's like just a comfort pick for Lelis, I feel like. I don't think there's anything more different than that.
Okay. And
That's
certainly,
really good
like kind of a lane dominator. You know, it's a best of 3. You're up 1 game. This is maybe a situation where you can go with the comfort pick and, you know, kind of see how it works.
Yep.
Last pick will be going to Quincy crew, and right now Zoomer's kind of limited on reserve time. They are chewing through it, thinking about this 3rd pick, and they've decided on the Crystal Maiden again. Okay.
Yeah, they're just on this Crystal Maiden train, I think.
Nice against Ember. It's really nice to have some roots against him. I'll definitely say that.
The Frostbite is nice for sure. I will say that I think Axe and a strong, like Axe and Rubik Axe and a strong cast range support can make Crystal Maiden pretty sad on the lane. So there is that potential, at least, that Crystal Maiden can be bullied pretty hard out of the lane. But it's still an okay pick. I don't think it's anything special. It's pretty okay against ET as well, because the slows are pretty annoying for ET to deal with. So there's like some fine reason for the Maiden. They just like the hero, and I think it's an okay hero, so it's fine.
Well, we'll see what Quincy crew want to pair with this Axe. Likely to pick up their 4 right here.
Yeah. I'm thinking for Quincy crew, I mean, Phoenix is banned, so there's not that thing at least. Could go for like a Earth Spirit potentially. Shadow Demon maybe. Shadow Demon could be something. Not sure if they like it. Lina maybe. Lina Axe is a pretty strong... Yeah, actually, maybe they do Lina here. Wind Ranger. Okay, that's fine as well.
Similar flavor.
Yeah, it's something like that they give some nice stun and some nice range support that just helps the Axe for the levels on the early levels on the lane. You can just have this good harass. So yeah, Wind Ranger, completely fine. It's also nice you get a little bit more lockdown before you have the Axe Blink, so you have some tools to do even before Axe Blink. So yeah, Wind Ranger is pretty cool.
So nice disable on Quincy crew now. Again, they've got this really nice team fight, and like all 4 of these heroes can initiate. And I think that tends to be pretty darn good, especially in this meta, having multiple ways to catch. The old school way is saying, okay, Axe, it's on you to start every fight. And now you're drafting around these heroes where anybody can make the catch, anybody can follow up, and you've got this long CC chain to find kills. But here he is, the big boy, the Arc Warden. Saw him yesterday, saw him banned in game 1, and now we're going to see him here in game 2. This hero is growing on me, Peksu. Last night, I had a dream that I learned how to play Arc Warden just like Eternal Envy. I was inspired casting NA Dota before bed last night. So I'm a little bit giddy seeing this hero again. Assuming it's going to be the safe lane, but I guess some flexibility could end up going mid. They don't have last pick anyway, so might be a mid reveal.
At least they have the Void Spirit, so they can kind of keep it open in a way. I mean, they will show the last hero anyway, but they have some options. Right now, like the Arc Warden playing on safe lane against the Axe Wind Ranger, I think he can do okay, but I think with levels, they will be able to pressure the Arc Warden pretty well. as far as how it goes for the game, yeah, I think it's a pretty good Arc Warden game. They have Ember and Axe, which are okay against Arc Warden, but outside of that, like they're not like something great. So
Can I
they do
ask
like
you, like,
something.
what makes it a bad Arc Warden game?
So one thing at least is that you have to be able to catch the real Arc Warden. So you have some kind of way of getting to this hero. So Ember with the Remnants, for example, is kind of nice because you have this fast mobility and you can just get the heroes with fast ways. But when you don't have those type of heroes that has any sort of reach, it's really annoying to play against Arc Warden because you will never find the real hero. It's really hard for that. And the other thing is the split pushing as well. He will have the good split pushing, and then if you can't deal with that, that will be annoying all throughout the game. One thing is also that if you can't destroy this hero on lane and you will give him a good free lane, the Arc Warden timings will come out way faster. I think Arc Warden's laning is probably the weakness that it can have, at least as a side laner, because he can be punished more harder than in mid lane.
It'll be interesting to see the Arc Warden Crystal Maiden, because yesterday we saw Arc Warden with Enchantress, and I think Ench is probably one of the best fives in terms of dominating early, maybe up there with like Undying and a couple of others.
Yeah.
Crystal Maiden, she's okay. Frostbite's a nice tool, but she's also paper thin and doesn't necessarily trade that well. So I'm a little nervous if this is the safe lane Arc Warden. We'll see this last pick. They've got a couple seconds left. Zoomers grab the Necrophos, so still some flexibility, but probably safe lane Warden and mid Necro, I would imagine.
Yeah, probably. So I'm trying to think what Quincy crew is going to do here. Obviously, their lane is a bit hard, so they can't just
10 seconds remaining.
pick a Void. I think Vase's Void is still decent. There's Lark.
5 seconds remaining.
It's a pretty hard pick for Quincy crew here. They don't have much time, so I'm trying to think what it's going to be. Okay, they go for the Vase's Void anyway. So, yeah, I was thinking that this is like, there's a lot of the good heroes that are good against Arc Warden were banned, like Anti-Mage, Spectre, they were all out. So Void is one of the other ones that has this kind of reach, and you have this long cooldown or like this big AoE ultimate that can just catch them. So that is the good part. The only bad part is now that if you play this Necrophos on the offlane, I think the Void can have some rough time laning into that hero. So we'll see.
All right. Sammy Boy Arc Warden, Gunner Necro, Monkey Void Spirit.
Okay, so they won't have the Necrophos at least on the... They want to have the Necrophos a good lane mid. So Necrophos should kind of win against Ember. That's the one thing. But now at least Yawar should have a better lane against top, because against Void Spirit for ET will be having pretty good time laning against that lane. So in order for... I'm probably the most scared for this bottom lane. How is Sammy Boy and Husky gonna do against this Axe and Windranger? Because I feel like with levels, it's gonna be really annoying for Sammy Boy and Husky to stay on this lane. They're gonna be harassed constantly with the Axe Hanger and Windranger just hitting them and power shotting them. So
yeah,
that's the lane that I'm scared the most.
I feel like the Windranger Axe lane is a similar flavor to the Windranger Tusk. Maybe not as bursty around the tag team, but it's still a pretty serious bully lane. We're going to see this axeless Axe here glove up like Mike Tyson and throw those 3 fingers around. Pexu, I got to ask you a lore question here. What's the deal with the fingers in Dota? I haven't been able to figure this out. Look at Necro right there. He's got 5 fingers. Rubik, he's got 5 fingers. Axe only has 3 fingers. What is the spread of 3 to 4 to 5 fingers in Dota, and what does it mean for the races? I asked Slacks, and I couldn't even get an answer out of the lore master.
Yeah, well, if Slacks didn't know, I am probably not the person, because I have no idea about the lore either. So
okay,
I'm sorry, I don't have the answer for that one.
All right, I wasn't sure if lore and Dota was a big thing in Finland, or if you guys had any inside information over there. Like,
maybe some people are, but I personally am not. Well, maybe I can think of like this. Maybe at least Axe is an orc. Maybe there's something with that.
I mean, it
maybe
looks
orcs.
like Elder Titan. I can't tell because he's moving, but I think he's got 4, and he's some sort of a god Titan Earth Smasher thing. So
something like that.
Maybe all the humans have 5. I'm not sure. If anybody can crack the code on this, please hit me in the inbox, because I'm dying to know. I haven't been able to solve this mystery. But I digress. Game number 2 here. Quincy crew with the advantage. let's see what the Crystal Maiden can do this game. Excited for a good game here. I hope 4 Zoomers can last a little bit longer with this Arc Warden.
Yeah, they be able to. The problem what I see yesterday we had when Envy was playing the Arc Warden was that he had a really good game, and he was able to farm mostly free for like 20 to 30 minutes, and then he kind of carried the game. The problem with Arc Warden is that you, especially when you play this Midas build, so you're gonna go Midas, Maelstrom, Travels. It's still pretty greedy. Like you will still take a long time before you will really become a hero. So if Quincy Crew is able to punish them on the lane and then on the game, I feel like they can have a really big problem with Zoomers playing the game. So it's gonna be it's gonna be really important how they do, how well are they gonna do on this bottom lane.
Yeah, Arc Warden definitely forces you into this like 4+1 type style of Dota, where
exactly,
you know, he not only needs space, but he's someone that is going to take the space by split pushing and wants you to be on the other side of the map a lot of the time. And,
at least if you played like most players like played like this, that they go for the Midas, but there is definitely the room. I think Thompson is probably the one player that comes to my mind that has played Arc Warden more like a battle build or whatever. You go for like triple raid bans and something like that, and you just keep fighting. So, but I don't think we're gonna see it in this game. It's pretty unique way of playing Arc Warden. I think it is the way that you play the Arc Warden mostly. It is this 4 protect 1.
Yeah, the greed style. And this mid matchup with the Necrophos, this is another bad matchup for the Ember. Like, we should expect Gunnar to dominate.
Exactly.
You know, if he's 2x up on Quinn in terms of last hits at 5 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised.
So yeah, last game I was like feeling that it was LC favored, but I did know that Voicebrick can do fine. This time I definitely feel like Gunnar should be winning this matchup.
Quinn doing everything he can to pressure in these early levels, but at every level it just gets worse for the Ember.
Yeah.
And up top, looks like it's going pretty well for Quincy. Both the Zoomer heroes here, Ocean and Monkeys, pretty low. SVG doing the classic Elder Titan stuff. I always remark when he plays this hero on the 5, he makes it look easy. He gets these sick Astral Spirits where he steals all this damage, gets free trades, and then I try to play this hero, and it never goes like this. It's so much harder to execute than he makes it look. And now they're going to set up a potential first blood. Monkeys still could survive. The Stapler, no, the first blood's elsewhere. It's actually on Leeless down bottom. Oh, my. Well, crazy action down here as MSS looks for the counter kill onto Sammy Boy, but there's a Fairy Fire, and Sammy Boy turns it around for a double on the Arc Warden to get this lane started.
Well, they're off to a good start on the bottom line. Sammy Boy double kill. That's what they need. And he gets also a level advantage right now, so. But yeah, top lane. SVG is doing some good stuff, and Yawar is getting nice space, so definitely both side lanes going the way the safe laners a little bit right now.
We'll see how it continues. Arc Warden with only a couple of tangos left. Husky, though, does have a salve potentially for him. And I do think the Wind Ranger axe will ramp up. They're definitely not at their strongest in these first couple levels.
Exactly. I think when Lelis gets like level 4, level 3, the Battle Hanger starts building up more damage if he wants to go for that route. I think he should. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And also when MSS gets some more levels, the Harris is going to start becoming more annoying to deal with.
Yeah, 24 DPS is no joke at level 3.
Yeah.
Checking in on the mid lane, though, Quinn handling this very well. 14-1 compared to the 18-2 Necro. I kind of wish I just tunnel visioned on this mid lane because Gunnar, I guess I wouldn't say struggling, but maybe not dominating like I thought he might.
I mean, Quinn is doing pretty good. And like I said, I think Quinn is just one of the better laners in NA. Like, I think he often does well in matchups that I don't think he should do. So I think that might be doing something. Yeah. I think he's just a pretty good laner, and I think he can do well in matchups that maybe he shouldn't be doing as well.
Now up top, Yuar getting harassed pretty hard. Time Walk goes back a little bit, but a pretty good CC chain between the Rubik and Void Spirit. Still not really slowing down Yuar's farm too much, though. Last hit's just fine, and actually ahead of the Arc Warden, who is starting to struggle a little bit. Leeless is pulling ahead. And Husky starting to struggle a little bit to really effectively zone out this axe.
Yeah, they can't do too much anymore to them. Like the harass is too hard. Think busting. Okay,
Whoops.
they do kill monkey stop.
Missed that kill up top. My bad.
Yeah. So the best thing that they can do is that Husky can just try to pull as much creeps and have the creeps on the tower so Sammy Boy can just farm.
Looking pretty good. The Axeless Axe. Fantastic cosmetic. I know you're not a big cosmetic guy, but I always like to bring it up. You know, it's
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of casuals out there, a lot of collectors. Got to give a
I
nod.
know. I see that. I mean, there's some cool cosmetics, but
I actually like this
I
Arc
haven't-
Warden set a lot with the dragon shoulders. This one's pretty cool.
yeah, it's pretty nice.
All right, what's your favorite cosmetic pick? So you got to have a favorite.
There might be like let's see. I'm gonna try and think about it right now.
All right, go with a
There's
really
this one
good
nice
answer.
there's this one nice Stalker set that looks pretty cool. Which one it was? Which one is called?
I don't
don't
know
have
the
it right now.
names. Is it
Yeah,
is it
I
a
can
newer
see it
one?
right
Do you know
now.
when it came out?
Yeah, it's one of those I think from those bundles that collector's cash or something like that. That looked pretty cool.
Okay, yeah, the newer Night Stalker one is pretty good, especially the gold version.
I don't have it myself because I don't really play that hero, but it did look cool. If I would play NS, I would maybe think about getting it.
Yeah. Mid lane, they had a go onto Gunner, the Necro. A little hard to kill with the Ghost Shroud, so
Yeah.
he'll be just fine. Bottom lane, a go onto Lelis, perhaps. He's a little bit low. Sammy Boy hasn't unloaded yet. He's playing pretty close to the axe. Wind Ranger not able to finish him off, but Lelis in big trouble. Sammy Boy finds the kill. MSS on the run. He should be okay. The Spark Wraith comes down. The little ghostly dragon.
They look pretty good bottom though. Like Sammy Boy is even though they're using a lot of regen on this lane, and Husky is kind of suffering because of it, but Sammy Boy is getting 3 kills and he has the top net worth right now. So this is exactly what they need to have going for them in order to have a good time in this game, and it's happening right now. So that's the good part.
I think Husky is playing this very well.
Yeah.
It's hard on Crystal Maiden. You got to play the positioning game, but they have this double slow, and it's really deadly against Axe if Lelis is even the least bit overextended. And like they've got this great ward over here, so they can see if MSS is just a little bit far away, so they can start poking Lelis down low. And Husky's only died once, and he's been a part of 3 kills. So
Dire's middle
very
tower
solid.
is under attack.
Yeah, they have been playing it pretty well. They might kill him again.
Here you go. With Rubik here, Lelis in some trouble, and this is where Arc Warden shines. Hard hero to run away from, trying to sidestep the Spark Wraith, but it won't be enough. Husky gets the kill. SVG, though, on the way. The power shot splits between them. But the Elder Titan with a lot of damage. That's the Astral buff. Plus 127 there on the ET. Now on fire, that's SVG 3-0-0 at 7 minutes.
I mean, they're doing a really good job securing Sammy Boy. But I can still say that, I mean, still Lelis is having a really good time. He's still farming well. He has the 3 deaths, but he's still almost the same net worth as Sammy Boy. So it just shows that he's still farming pretty well. On the other lanes, yeah, Yawar is actually making a move mid. I kind of like this. Not sure if they have a damage enough to kill Gunner though. They need like 3 heroes right now.
Yeah, Chrono treads on the void. Just farming out the small camp. The wraparound from SVG. Only level 4, so no Earth Splitter. Yeah, this is a tall order. I guess the Void is farming his way over, so not too costly of a movement, but a lot of reinforcements for the Radiant. Necro and Rubik nearby. Now Quinn comes in. Yawar looking for the Chrono. Finds it on 2.
They don't have damage for this. They have to go away. Yeah.
Not ideal, but a good shackle. That'll secure the retreat for most of them. SVG, though, takes the Reaper's Sight, and the position 5 of the Dire will fall. And that pushes 4 Zoomers in the lead of this pretty close early game, now 5-4.
This is a good start for Zoomers though. Like a really good start. Gunnar is having a nice time now, and at the same time, Sammy Boy is also free farming. And he's just gonna go middle, it looks like, yeah.
All right,
So
Pexu, here's your chance to look like a god. What's the item for Yawar coming up next. He's gone treads. He's keeping us in suspense by not putting anything on auto buy. Call it right now, buddy. What's the item?
Let's say Maelstrom. Maelstrom or Midas. I'll say Maelstrom because I said it first. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was wondering if he's going to go Midas. He went for the treads first, which makes me think he might just go like Mask of Madness or something that really lets them fight. I think I'm going to go Mask of Madness. That's my bet.
Yeah. It's a solid bet as well. I just feel like he knows Dark Warden is going to have Midas, so I feel like he should have some type of... Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like he's a Mask of Madness, though.
Really?
All right.
All right.
Yeah,
I was thinking Midas might be more likely for exactly what you just said. Like, you want to make sure that you don't fall behind and you can keep tempo. If you get ahead, it becomes a win more item. And if you fall behind, it gives you a tool to recover. Attempt at the rune denial up top, but a double damage secured by Quinn.
Yeah. So I think the mom can work, but it is gonna be way more. Let's say, like, if you don't win those fights in the early game, you probably pretty much you kind of lost. It's kind of how you feel. So if you don't, in that sense, I would like the Midas or Maelstrom more, that he can scale, because boys scales pretty good against Dark Warden anyway. You get good farm, so we will see. The Mask of Madness can work for sure.
Definitely more of a fighting item. It doubles as a farming item too. You can run from camp to camp, but to me it screams that QC want to play a pretty active mid game and try not to give this Arc Warden too much space. They will pick off SVG up top. Died twice now. There. Yeah. And Necro just going for Guardian Greaves. I think he's got Mech flying out maybe. He does.
I do like how Zoomers is playing right now, though, like on the map. Gunnar is playing on this bottom lane, and he's so hard to kill. They had to bring like 3 to 4 heroes in order to kill him right now. And he's just staying on this bottom lane and pushing this wave. He has this mech. There's like no way they're killing him, and this means that Quincy crew can never take this bottom tower for free, even though they feel strong. And this helps Zoomers so much, because now they can just play the farm game. They're not in the pressure. They're not getting any. They're not pressuring towers. They see them all the time, and at the same time, Sammy Boy is just constantly farming and farming. And he has a Midas, obviously, so he's gonna farm way more than this Void is gonna farm.
Well, and the Necro is also surprisingly farmed.
Yeah. Necro is farming really well as well.
And Quinn, all right, he makes it out. Has a Remnant down. Stolen Time Walk there from Ocean, and up top, a play on the Monkeys, trying to make it away. The double Astral Step, SVG on the hunt, but now Husky's here. The freeze, Yawar ready to follow up. Monkeys has another step now, and I think he's going to be good. TP in, SVG, he's committed. It'll cost him everything.
Well, at least MSS gets the trade kill, so not the worst thing. But yeah, like I said, I think this type of how the game is going right now, it does favor not Sammy Boy. I mean, it does favor him as well, but the Zoomers really well, because they want this game to be like this. They want this game to be stale and just they can just farm, because it benefits their lineup so much more.
Yeah, Arc Warden 3-0-2 right now, and about halfway to that Maelstrom. Of course, has had the Midas for a little while. He's had a great game so far, so absolutely agreed. If this keeps up, things look quite good for the Zoomers, and a game 3 for this series. But Quincy crew, they're definitely not at their power spike yet. We haven't seen Ember's item choice. He could pay, maybe just consider drums, 1,500 gold, but nothing on the quick buy. And Axe looks like no fast blade mail. He feels like he needs a Hood of Defiance against all this magic damage, and probably pretty darn warranted. We've seen the power of that Crystal Maiden ult.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he wants to go for a Hood or Blink. I mean, he had a Hood quit up, but now he has a Blink again. I feel like the Blink probably makes more sense with the way they want to play. They have Mask of Madness, and they have an Ember as well, so they definitely want to play fast, even though the Hood does feel really good as well. Because the Blink helps them to have that extra catch.
Yeah, okay. I can see it. And they pick up a couple of kills. He'll be able to get the Hood before too long.
Yeah. I mean, with the Blink Dagger, they will have a lot of burst potential. They have Wind Ranger does a lot of damage that they can do a lot in like fast time, and same does the Ember Spirit, so They have a lot of ways of like finding some kills.
Vessel for the Wind Ranger. Great item against the Necrophos. A much needed item against the Necrophos.
Yeah.
So that'll be good.
Pretty nice.
Still a little ways to go. Smoke up now from the 4 Zoomers. Quinn kind of in the vicinity. I think he's got a remnant down somewhere. Yeah, it's on the other side of the river. So this is great Ember play right here. Quinn playing a little bit risky, farming enemy territory, knowing that if anything gets hinky, he'll be able to make it away. Tempest double out in the mid lane. Ooh, it's going to be close. The value. It expires.
Yeah, that was nice. Nice little play there. Forces Queen to use a little bit of mana and some time. Doesn't get it. Nice little play there. Yeah,
Yep.
Sammy Boy is keeping farming. He's gonna get to that point where he has this trio of items of this Maelstrom, Travels, Midas.
Oh, bottom now. Monkeys. Working on his Yules. A little underfarmed this game again. Trying to TP home. Oh!
No.
Put to rest. Quinn with the closer. Very nice. Quinn's
Nice,
still
nice
pulling
little
gold.
kill
Is this crazy bastard thinking about a Radiance right now? Is that why Quinn's got 2,500 gold, nothing on the quick buy? Is he embarrassed to show that he's thinking about the Radiance because he knows he shouldn't be able to get away with it? Okay, he's gonna go Maelstrom. He's going. That's the safe bet for sure. I like this a lot.
Yeah.
But I got worried for a second there. He was definitely thinking.
Well, yeah, probably was actually.
Great
the
farming
Maelstrom,
item.
I think the Maelstrom makes good sense though. It also gives him more farm, and it's pretty nice against these weak little supports that they have. The extra damage from the Maelstrom, so I like it. It's even Yomar is also going from Maelstrom, so he's going from Maelstrom. That will help to him have a little bit more extra farm.
All right, another little pause here. Looks like a lag spike. All right. Still a very tight game, though. 16 minutes, only 13 kills, 1K net worth lead. Haven't really seen that big cataclysmic play yet.
I just like that they say that they're asking if they're lagging, and then they realize that they're probably all muted from the chat wheel spam, so they can see it.
The blind leading the blind, as they say.
Yeah.
Pexa, did you know mech? You know the item? It's not mechanism. It's mechanism. There's no I at the end like you think there should be. Have you ever noticed that? It's spelled.
I think I've noticed it as well, and I paid attention to it at some point.
Like, what is that? Was that just a typo that they've just continued on forever? Was that intentional because they were like mechanisms copyrighted or some other lore, so we've got to alter it? I've always
Maybe.
wondered what that is, and we all just let it go. I just say mechanism.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Mechanism. There's got to be some reference. Dota has so many little hidden references. Like, who's Vladimir? Vladimir's offering. Who the fuck is Vladimir? It's got to be somebody. They didn't just make that up. They didn't just pull a name out of a hat.
Russian Dota overlord, I think, or something like that. Who knows? I just say mech. I don't say mechanism.
Fair,
I just say mech.
fair enough.
Easier way.
Yeah.
Can't get nothing wrong. They are setting up on Gunner here.
Oh, this Necro, he's taking a lot of damage. He does have the Greaves, though, and he'll be able to reset even through the ultimate of the Elder Titan.
Yeah, Yover has a Maelstrom now. I would like them to think about making a smoke move to this mid tower and just trying to collapse. Maybe to get some good chrono. Because right now I think they have a good timing with this Maelstrom. Do something. Sammy Boy is still like not that strong yet. Like he's strong, but he's not that bad. He doesn't really want to fight yet. Like he can fight, but it's not something that he wants to do.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't even have the BOTs yet, or I guess they're flying out right now.
Yeah, they're coming right now.
There you go. So he's getting there. One more item, and he'll start feeling a little bit ready. But I like this concept from Quincy Crew. They've got double Maelstrom now on their 2 cores, and this is really good wave push. Now they can try to keep these lanes pushed out against the threat of the Arc Warden. It's like a poor man's Battle Fury type setup. Now Gunner Mid lane, great setup.
Oh, nice
Beautiful shackle into Chrono. Axe gets the dunk on the sideline. Husky actually survives the stolen Chrono from Rubik. Yawar will be fine. So will his friends, actually. No damage to dump into it. And now they jump onto the Arc Warden. Sammy Boy caught with his pants down. And now Ocean. He'll get run down too. It's 4 on the sideline. Leeless with a triple. And now they've caught the Void Spirit. Monkeys forever out of Astral Steps. And MSS going to take the kill. Not going to let Leeless grab another. But that's a clean sweep there, bud. That's a 5-0. Brutal.
That was just a really good read and good play from Quincy crew. They get their items, they get the double Maelstrom, and they're like so ready to fight. They also understand that the Sammy Boy is not that strong yet. They make the smoke play. They catch 3 heroes in a Chrono. Like nice little start from Lelis. He forces them to come around, and then just nice Chrono into to follow it up, and kind of clean team fight from Quincy crew there. Really important that this keeps happening. Now they can just chill back a little bit again, and then when they have a Chrono again, they can think about making that play again. But now they want to try to take the Ancients. So next 2 minutes, they will look to go on this Ancient area, I think, from Quincy crew.
Solid lead now. Sammy Boy still farming okay. He looks like Maelstrom BKB going to be next. I'm curious what win percent. Whoa.
They're going to catch Yawar here, I think.
Dota Plus does not believe. Ooh, there's the time walk. That's what you want to see when you're on the hunt like that. The 4 Zoomers walk right into a freebie Reaper's Scythe. And that's Yawar down. 70 seconds.
It's a nice play. They get a nice kill there, but it's still like one of those plays that, sure, it feels good killing the carry, but now your 4 heroes made it for that, committed for that play, and now they took the tower on the other side of the map. So, sure. Oh, Ocean.
Oh. They're going to find him. Easy kill. Dunk from the Axe. And now...
I'm not sure what that was about.
MSS, he's in pretty deep. He's going to get finished off. Very spread out fight. Quincy crew will lose... Well, Void was dead before. It's a 1-for-1. Now Leeless taunted up. And they're going to continue to pursue. No Reaper Scythe, of course. Thinking about Quinn. They've got the root. They're going to need a bit more, though.
Nice.
Sammy Boy's here. It's a great taunt. Stolen from the... Nope. Never mind. Leeless. This is such a weird fight. Like, it's like
taking a long time.
A long chase, and they keep going in and out, but they're finally going to find Leeless. And now...
Just because Yawar is dead for so long with the Reaper sight, so they kill
exactly.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so they finally get out. Nobody else gets caught. A nice sign of life for 4 Zoomers. They get a nice gain out of that. It's like a 1,500 gold swing. Very solid.
Yep.
Nice XP
really
gain,
nice.
too.
They used a lot of the... That was a really good thing that they did that before they had no Chrono, so they got that 2-minute timing where they got some kills and some control of the map again back, so it's nice. What I think Quincy crew is going to think about next, though, is that now it's their time to make that move. They have a Chrono ready, they have a smoke ready, they have their spells ready, so they can just try to invade their triangle maybe and try to make the Arc Warden not free farm there. But we'll see if they look to do it.
Insane.
I like again SVG is doing the Veil. I really think this item is so good item as like to have for like a 5 or a 4. It's so cheap, and it amps your teammates, like so many of your teammates, so much. That's something that I've been thinking for a while, that we should see way more of 5s and 4s buying this item. So good item.
18%. And you get that mana regen aura too.
It's just very cheap as well. That's the big thing. Like you can get it for free. It's like the same cost as drums, and you see everyone buying drums.
Well, here's a nice Chrono. Does catch Sammy Boy on the backside. No follow-up damage though. Maybe it's not as nice of a Chrono as I thought. Yawar jumps out. Quinn with some roots. Now he's going to be caught, taunted up. Leeless biffs the Berserker's call, and now a stolen Chrono from the Rubik. That'll lock down Quinn.
We're actually getting some nice stolen Chronos. That second stolen Chrono now. The first one wasn't that good, but this one was really nice. So that's for the Quinn kill. They're not done yet. They're gonna catch SVG as well.
Oh, maybe he'll be okay.
Maybe.
Nice shackle from MSS. Hard to follow up onto the high ground, and they'll let it go. But 4 Zoomers still putting up a good fight and still gaining more momentum in terms of net worth and experience.
Yep.
It does. I mean, it's just now at this point, Sammy Boy is starting to feel pretty strong, and it's pretty hard for Quincy Crew just ignoring this Arc Warden and killing his team, because Arc Warden will do a lot of damage as well. They do want to defend this rush though. This is one of the better targets to find though, SVG.
Yeah, Elder Titan's so good at delaying outside of the pit. He's going to be the pickoff. 35 seconds sidelined and no buyback.
Yeah, that should be free rush now. I don't think they can do much. They don't have Chrono and they don't have Elder Titan, so I'm not sure how can they fight this rush. And it does seem like they're just giving it for free.
Yep. They will agree with that call and push out mid, farm out the jungle, and just take this opportunity to get closer to this next round of items. BKB coming out on the Void. BKB queued up on the Ember Spirit, and BKB queued up on Axe. Okay, looks like Quincy Crew have made the call how to win this game. It's going to be through Magic Immunity, so they'll probably play a little more defensive, especially against this Aegis, until these 3 big items are complete.
BKBs are gonna be Quincy Crew's next timing, and then I think for Zoomers, is there anything close coming by? Well, I don't think Zoomers need anything special to fight. I think they're ready to fight right now. I think Quincy Crew, on the other hand, they really want their BKBs before they feel like strong fighting into Aegis at least.
And how about items for the Radiant? Monkeys, no surprise, looking for an Aghanims. And Arc Warden, almost level 18, and he's changed around a couple of times. Now he's got the Dragon Lance, not looking to complete the Pike, though. Instead, looking for Manta next.
It's a bit surprising, yeah. I think if you want to build like Dragon Lance this late, you should really think about getting the Pike, and I think it's a pretty good game for the Pike as well.
Yeah.
So
why Manta? Yeah. I mean, there's no silence, there's like no Orchid or anything like that.
There's some roots, and there's time dilation. Time dilation is pretty annoying spell to deal with, and then the Ember Chains is pretty annoying. I think also I do know that some carry players, I'm not sure if Sammy Boy is one of those, but they like buying Manta against Axe because they can, if they're really clutch, they can dodge the call. And I know some players have been able to do it like more frequently, so I think it's one thing. I'm not sure if Sammy Boy is one of those, but there's definitely carry players that likes to buy it against Axe.
Wow.
Just for that fact.
Okay, that's a good little tip. I would say hard to execute, but I guess if you practice
it's not easy
enough.
to execute. I know at least when I played in my old team, Madara was practicing this polygon or whatever that thing was called, that you can like dodge spells and stuff, and he was practicing dodging Axe Call forever.
Huh, interesting. Well, Quinn, he's going to be able to dodge this gank in the bottom lane, and now there's some follow-up. Rubik going to be caught by a shackle, and down below it's Husky. Gets off an ultimate, but goes down. Rubik, Chrono, and now the Void Chrono.
Nice
Picture
Chrono.
perfect on 3. Includes the Tempest double in there. Follow-up from SVG. Now they need the damage, and they've got it. Gunner goes down, and they're going to grab one more, it looks like. Sammy Boy comes back to life. Down he goes again. Now Husky, he's bought back. He throws the body at the cause. Not even going to find the kill on SVG. He'll get dunked. And now Monkeys Forever on the run. Has an Astral Step, but
Nice chains.
finds himself in a root. Bit of a sticky wicket here as he goes for the TP and rejected. Another clean sweep. A 1 for 6, I think, for Quincy Crew.
Yeah, that was an odd fight because they had the Aegis, but at the same time, Rubik did a really good Chrono in the start of the fight. They catched MSS and SVG, the Chrono, but at the same time, there was some really cool call from the Axe, and like Ember just constantly putting these chains and Slide of Fist in the fight. And then to all the top of it, Yawar did a really good Chrono in the end. So there's like a lot of good stuff happening from both sides, but I was a bit surprised that Quincy Crew came on top of that. I think that was just purely on execution then.
Great
Slow,
Chrono, and as you
yeah.
said, the Ember Spirit was a big part of that. Quinn is so
Yeah.
good at maximizing his damage.
Exactly. Yawar dead here?
BKB.
Nice, BKB.
Probably not how he wanted to use that 9-second charge, but does ensure the survival. Well worth it.
It's also that you probably don't want to take the risk of dying to the Reaper side there. It's gonna be a long time you're gonna be dead, so I think it's probably worth it.
For
having
sure.
that BKB used there.
MSS also has a Blink Dagger on the Wind Ranger now, so
That's a nice Nice little addition now. They are gonna have so many ways of starting the fight, and that's gonna make Yavar's life so much easier. You hate playing Void when you have to be the one that has to start the fight, because it's not realistic that Void can start a fight every time. Like, you have these 2 Blink heroes, it's gonna make Void's life so much easier to find a good chrono as well.
I wonder what we'll see after the Manta on Sammy Boy. I'd have to imagine BKB. It feels like such a value item on Arc Warden with the Tempest double, but curious if he'll feel like he needs to finish the Pike or maybe even just go for damage, like get MKB next item, because he has itemized, not defensively, but also not for like crazy right click.
I just feel like if you go for Dragonlance on Arc Warden at this point in the game, you will probably replace it at some point anyway, so it kind of feels bad to just go for Dragonlance. If you go for the Pike, I understand it. Right now you have this thing, you have like a Midas, you have Travels, you have a lot of like cheap items in your inventory as a hero that will want to farm, so
I wonder,
that's why I'm not the biggest fan of the Dragonlance.
Is he maybe thinking it's like a break point against the Void, like you Chrono, so he just wants to have maximum range?
I think that is probably the case, but I'm not sure if it's still like a good enough in my opinion. I don't think it's realistic that he should think like that. I think, I don't think it's realistic that it shouldn't be the item like where you want to buy this item like that. I feel like.
Yeah. Here's a nice neutral though. He gets the quickening gem, or a quickening charm rather.
That's a nice one for sure.
Yeah.
You have the CDR already as well.
They catch Ocean. That'll be a nice clean kill. Some lockdown and follow up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep, nice little kill there. Just putting a bit more pressure to Zoomers right now.
It has felt like Sammy Boy hasn't been able to split pressure that effectively. This tier 1 down bottom has been chipped down to be pretty low, but they've only killed 2 tier 1 towers for Zoomers, and it's 30 minutes now. So
yeah,
I think Quincy
really
crew have really effectively like kept these lanes pushed out.
They have kept the lanes pushed out, and they have dealt with the illusion pretty well as well, which Sammy Boy has been trying to use as much as he can.
Ooh, look at this. Leela's thinking about the Aghanims on Axe. That's the AoE Battle Hunger.
Yeah, I think he did that again as well against... what was it? I think I saw him buying it against some team as well.
And it's the 30% damage reduction. That's just across the board, right? Physical and spell damage.
I think so, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Pretty nice, yeah.
30%'s quite a bit.
For sure.
Well, smoke up now.
That easily.
Zoomers, they found SVG. And will they be able to finish him off? Yes, they will. Maybe some follow-up, though. Yawar jumps down. Some confidence here with the BKB. Saving it. Gets rooted up, and there it is. Chrono connects on 1. It's a Tempest double plus Necro. And another magnetic field. Nicely played by Sammy Boy.
It's not the easiest fight to take like that. You lose SVG, you lose a lot of your damage as well. Because SVG is not only that he has the Veil, but he also has obviously his Aura. And he has also the Earth Splitter, so it's not easy. Like, you can see that even though Void is pretty farmed, he doesn't have the most damage killing these cores alone. He does need his team to deal damage.
Yeah, he's going MKB now, or he's got the MKB now with Aghanims coming up next. But the tier 2 mid goes down. And the Zoomers finally get to open up the map a little bit more, and they'll invade the Dire jungle.
Yawar. They can definitely do this now because they don't have Chrono Yawar. However, I don't think Quincy is that weak either. Seems like monkeys might end up getting caught here.
Yeah, they definitely have kill power without Chrono. If they can chain their abilities, Monkey's able to jump out, man. So, what? Oh, that was an illusion in the bottle. Okay. Very nice. And now Quinn gets turned on. They force a BKB there. Zoomers, they're pressing forward. I think they want to take this fight. You are still 80 seconds on the Chrono. BKB's back, but Leeless jumps in. Beautiful call. Dunk onto Monkeys. Follow up onto Gunner. Now the Arc Warden. They're dropping like flies. 3 dead. Husky low. Ocean falls as well. That's a 5-man wipe. All 5 of Quincy still alive. Leeless The king of the castle. Some badass plays with this axe.
I've been watching Lilies a lot, and I really dig like how he plays. Like there's certain heroes that he owns really hard, and I mean, definitely people should respect this axe way more against playing against the Quincy crew. He seems to be owning on this hero every time I watch him, and you can see there, just even without the chrono, just getting that really cool call and having some nice like the pipe as well to save his teammates.
Yeah,
some cool stuff. But
it harkens back to one of the things we talked about in the draft about this team having a lot of ways to catch. And we saw it right there. You've got Shackle, you've got Berserker's Call, you've got Searing Chains.
Yeah.
It's not just the chrono. And that's, I think, the hallmark of a Void draft that tends to feel a lot better because it's way more flexible. You're not all in on chrono. Now you're high ground. You're taking barracks. These heroes are respawning. Your chrono's coming up in a couple of seconds. You don't have to back, but if they come too far out of the base, you could potentially turn. Now, they do lose SVG, so that'll probably deter any sort of a turn play. But barracks, they do stay standing. Still tier 3 falls. Quincy crew, they jump much further ahead. Now over a 10k net worth lead.
Yeah, they're still in a pretty good position. Now there's this Russian thing. This is the objective that both teams have to consider. They might even, if they know that they're doing this, SVG might even buy back for this. They don't want to give this Russian to Zoomers, because that is one play that can give them a chance of playing against the chrono and against their heroes. So they do scan it, so they do have some idea that they're playing around Rush.
Big boy is back. Aegis cheese.
They should know that this is happening. They can smoke up maybe if they want to. They'll die pretty fast if they can keep letting it happen like this.
Well, now they've got vision. Still at about 2/3 HP. Quincy crew lingering. Last time this happened, the Elder Titan got picked off right away. And the Tempest double expires again right before death. Very nice. Quincy crew able to deter them from committing.
Yeah. They're still putting a lot of these ghost raids and spark raids around the Rosh pit, and there's also this remnant, so it doesn't feel the best going here. And they do know that it's pretty low right now. So SVG is gonna be able to scout it right now.
Down to about 25%. This is where the Elder Titan really shines.
Those pesky little spark raids all around the pit.
But that's not going to stop a wraparound play. They're going to smoke up.
Yeah, that's a good play.
They'll find Gunner. They'll need a little more damage, though. Gunner's going to be okay for now. Roshan's still up, and there's a chrono on the back line. That's going to find Sammy Boy, and Husky also falls in the fray. Buyback now from Sammy. They get the stolen chrono on the ocean, but not really much follow-up. Now they're going to come in. Wind Ranger low. Monkey's in the front line. The Tempest double as well. Reaper's Scythe not enough. Leeless able to survive. He does end up falling, but doesn't take the extra death timer. Buyback on the Wind Ranger.
Yawar gets the Aegis and the cheese, so that was a buyback from Sammy Boy, and they do lose the Aegis, so that's a really fine thing. Sure, the buyback comes from MSS, maybe not needed, but still fine. Like really good stuff for Quincy crew.
Did he eat the cheese or did he pass it over? Oh no, it's on Quinn.
On Quinn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they've got cheese at Aegis still. Very nice.
So now best play for Quincy crew is to wait the chrono and then do the kind of same thing. I think they had a really good read what they need to do in the fight. They had the 4 others going for everyone else, and then Yawar is waiting around and just looking to find Sammy Boy. So if Sammy Boy ever shows up his real hero, he will just get chronoed. And at this point, Yawar does have damage to kind of kill the Arc Warden alone. And now that he doesn't have a buyback, so Sammy Boy has to play extra carefully for the next fights.
Yeah, that's a game-ending condition here. Tempest double. This time it will get finished off. Some bonus XP. And also the Aghanims is out on Void. So now they've got some even extra initiation with that time walk. Guaranteed bashes.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice nice little extra tool. It also has some nice time walk talents there, so helps for sure. Husky might be in some trouble here.
Dire's Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Seems like he's fine.
I think he's going to make it back. He's got the Yules now. That helps a little bit, and he'll actually TP.
So what else? Yeah, so we have the Aghanims now on the axe, so we'll see how that will play out in the next fights.
Yeah, he had it in the last fight, and I think it made him survive more from the scythe. It's hard to tell because he has pipe also, and that mitigates a lot of the damage.
Yara finds a gunner here.
You are Chrono in 1 second. Still over 2 minutes on the Aegis. They just jump in onto the Necro. Quinn's here to follow up. Lotus Orb gives him a reset. Shackle not going to work, but they've got everything else. That's a great pick, and now no buyback on the Necro.
Has been killed. Dire's top tower
Yeah, that's a good kill. Now they should probably just look to. Okay, they catch Ocean, kinda. Ocean uses Chrono again.
Beautifully green Chrono, but he'll go down. That'll be the end of that.
is under attack.
So at this point, Zoomers is at that point that they just need to try to split push as much as they can, and they're kind of trying that. They're pushing the lanes really far. I would like maybe Lelis to even go for like travel boots here, so he can just be able to push these lanes more free, easier. Especially because he has the AoE Battle Hunger now as well.
They found the real Sammy boy. Quinn's going to BKB. They jump
That's,
on the Arc Warden now.
buyback if they catch Sammy Boy here.
He does have Manta. He does have Hurricane Pike, but there's a Chrono. Yawar, BKBs for this. He knows how valuable this kill is, and he gets it. 2 minutes on the sideline. No Arc Warden. Now Husky. He's going to be in trouble. Survives for a second, but falls. Now Monkeys. He's going to try to make it out with Dissimulate, Astral Step, but Quinn's there. Hot Pursuit. He's got the Aghanims, but doesn't have enough for the double step. On the backside, they find Ocean, and that'll be 4 on the sideline. The Necro dead from the fight prior. He's going to respawn, and now we've got a 5v2.
They have 100 seconds now. If they want to go... they'll probably go high ground here if they want to. I mean, even like end the game if they can. Like, I'm not sure what they do without the Arc Warden, defense-wise.
Yeah, this is looking pretty rough. Creeps coming in now. Yawar jumps into the back line, ready to hit Gunner.
Gunner also has no buyback, so 2 dies.
Yep, has the cooldown, but short the gold. And I think he's done for. Husky, basically a creep at this point.
Yeah, he just melded to that time walk bash damage.
And I like this call. Quincy, no, they can just end it. They don't even bother for the barracks.
Yep. They have 1 creep, so even though Monkeys is cutting the waves, doesn't really matter.
The hero creep right now. Monkeys comes back. Okay. He's going to buy back, and he'll still be
try to kill that creep.
lone
That's the best play he
defender.
has. Killing that creep. Nice glyph, nice glyph.
Okay, and they've got a siege creep coming in now as well.
Yeah,
So
now it won't matter.
it was a noble effort here from Monkeys. He maybe buys them a few seconds, but the tier 4 goes down. Yawar stays true to the cause, and that's it. The GG gets called 36-17. It's Quincy Crew 2-0.
Yeah. Some good stuff from Quincy Crew again. Definitely showing like why are they probably the strongest